everyone, welcome back. I have another skincare reaction video for you today, and I am reacting to Madison Bailey. She is an actress. She's on the show Outer Banks. This is her Harper's Bazaar Go to Bed With Me routine. So a couple of things to know. According to Google, she is 21, which always makes me feel a little bit weird about these videos because I don't want people to think that this is a video to drag somebody. This is a video where we talk about skincare. If she's 21, we're probably gonna see a pretty typical skincare routine for someone at her age. I know that you guys know a lot about skincare. I know a lot about skincare, but that doesn't mean that everybody knows. And that's why these types of videos are important. They're important for if she sees it, you know, maybe she'll take some tips from it. It's important for other people who see it. Maybe they're fans of Madison. They'll see this video and they'll be like, oh, I hadn't considered that. And then we're basically contributing to good skincare for everybody, which is really the whole point of these videos. And the whole point of my channel really is to educate everybody and help you figure out your own personal skincare. So I'm gonna go into this video and I want you guys to know that.
Okay, then what do YouTubers do? And then they go. But seriously, be right back. Hey guys, I'm Madison Bailey, and tonight I'm going to be showing you guys my nighttime routine. So I don't have super sensitive skin. I can kind of throw whatever on my face and my skin's like, meh. So I changed my...
Being 21, you should technically have really resilient, beautiful, bouncy skin. It looks like she's got that. She says that her skin's not sensitive and so she can throw on anything. And I think that's where we run into issues when we are younger. And myself included, when I was in my 20s, I just felt like my skin was so resilient. I don't have sensitive skin, so I can do whatever it is that I want with it and try different products and not take good care of my skin. So that is something that I really want you guys to think about. If you are younger than me, and you're in your teens or your 20s, and you feel like you've got really resilient skin, great. Let's keep it resilient because what you do now is going to affect you in the future.
Products out frequently just because I find things that I want to try, and I'll try it out and use that for a while, and then I'll try something else. And sometimes my nighttime routine is taking off my makeup and laying in my bed. And other times it's a couple steps and it's like a real part of my night just to relax and unwind. Yeah, so I only...
Again, really good point. So sometimes it's just removing her makeup, which I'm glad she does that because we all know that there are times when we don't remove our makeup, and that is one of the worst things we can do, especially as you get older, because it just leads to clogged pores. People don't think about the ingredients in their own makeup products. That can be also irritating, especially if they sit on your skin overnight. There are a lot of things that can come with that. So at least she removes her makeup, but she's also going into the really good point, and there are times where she makes it a big part of her night. And I love that at her age to already be like, I'm gonna start treating myself. When it comes to switching out your products a little regularly because you see things that you want to try out and everything, I think that's totally normal. You guys know that I'm constantly trying lots of different products. It's a little bit different for me since it's technically my job to try different products and tell you guys what's out there. But I think that this is what a lot of people do. You know, we get very intrigued by lots of different products. So that's why it's also important to know what you need for your skin, because just because somebody else is using a product doesn't mean that you need it. You should be thinking about it more like, does it address the issues that I want to address? And then another thing to keep in mind, if you are switching products, I think it's important to go slowly with that. Don't introduce all new products, like 4 new products into one skincare routine. Instead, switch out one product at a time, at least each week, so that if you do experience any irritation, you can pinpoint what the problem was.
I use a couple of products. I'll have like 3 or 4 things. So let's get started. First thing I gotta do, I'm gonna put my hair up. Step 1, always. So the first thing I'm going to be using and have been using since I've been wearing makeup, since I was 14, Neutrogena makeup removers. I just got a new pack. So satisfying. I didn't do that in the most satisfying way, but it was great. I had a good time. So I'm gonna take this.
I kind of expected the makeup wipes only because I got requests for this video. And whenever I get requests for somebody's routine, it usually means there's either makeup wipes or coconut oil, like raw coconut oil in the video, or a combination of both. So I expected the makeup wipes. The thing that made me sad about it is that she said she's been using them since she was 14. So that is years and years of using makeup wipes. If you haven't heard me say it enough, I'm gonna say it all over again. But the reason why you don't want to use makeup wipes, there are a couple of them. There are actually like a few of them, but I'll focus on the main ones for me. One, it doesn't completely remove your makeup. So you are still leaving your makeup on your skin technically. You're leaving that grime on your skin. Two, it can be very harsh to remove your makeup, and we're about to watch it happen, right? Where a person goes in and they're just like rubbing and rubbing and rubbing their face. At the end of it, their face isn't that clean, and they have now just irritated their skin. And this is years and years of doing that to their face. And at 21, she's like, oh, my skin's still resilient, it doesn't have any issues. But this is something, again, that when she's my age, she's gonna look back and be like, oh man, I wish I hadn't done that for all of these years. So hopefully we can get to Madison and we can get her to stop using makeup wipes, because she's already had them since she was 14 years old and she's 21. So we need to make sure for this next decade of her life, she's not using any more makeup wipes.
Take off all my makeup. I usually only need one, which is nice. We won't go there. We won't go there right now. I usually don't wear a full face of foundation, but today I felt like it. Yes, I swear by these makeup remover. Because it just gets everything off, and I only have to use one.
Ooh.
All is well. Step one, done.
And that is what we're told, is that makeup wipes remove all of our makeup when we know that it's just kind of smearing everything around. I'm glad that she's only using one, but it doesn't mean that she's not just rubbing and rubbing and rubbing, and then at the end of the day, not really accomplishing what she needs to and just creating that irritation. So Madison, let's go in with something a little bit more gentle.
Okay guys, so the next product that I use, I'm currently on the Burts Bees Peach and Willow Bark. I use it with my Tarte face brush. One side's like a brush and one side's like an exfoliating shindig. So I'm just gonna wet my face a little. And then that should be sufficient. I usually do that and then use the brush side when washing it off. Okay, then what do YouTubers do? And then they go. But seriously, be right back. Okay, so the next thing,
I was crossing my fingers that she might go in with a cleanser, so then it would have technically been a double cleanse, and then it's a little bit better than just using makeup wipes, because that's truly what the worst thing is to just use makeup wipes and then go in with all of your skincare products. So she's at least going in with a cleanse. So my first instinct is that this is very similar to an apricot scrub, except they took a peach pit and then broke it up into all these little shards to just, you know, go at your face and essentially give you micro tears. But I'm gonna take a step back and I'm gonna surprise you guys a little bit, and I'm gonna say that it might not be that bad because I don't know the texture of this. I don't know how bad this is. The big problem with these types of scrubs, whenever you're using any kind of like a pit, like an apricot pit or a peach pit or anything like that, that is broken up into these shards, is that they can have these really sharp edges, right? And then when you're going in, you're creating all of these little tears all over your face. The thing with like the most popular, right, like the apricot scrub, like the OG, it's really dense with these little shards, right? You know for sure that even if you're being gentle when you're applying it, that it is definitely scratching at your face, right? Like that one is just a get it off of your list, you shouldn't be using it. But the thing with this one is I cannot completely see the texture, and I haven't personally used it. You know, the way she used it, she was pretty gentle. It didn't look like it was irritating her skin. It didn't look like it was like packed really dense with these different shards. That said, it could be. So I'm really more like in the middle. Do I love a scrub in general? Sometimes a scrub could be nice. I think people like that like polished look. It's just not my go-to because I do think that it can be more irritating. And if a person is really harsh when they're applying it, it really can be very irritating to the skin. And then what it's doing is it's, you know, removing too much of the top layer of your skin, and you're finding that you have to then replenish your skin afterwards. And that's why I don't usually go for a scrub. Do scrubs work? Yes, and some of them can be fine. This one, I'm kind of in the middle with. I have a feeling if I felt it, I might be like, let's skip it. But without trying it, I really don't know. Do I think that there are better products than this scrub? I do. I always think that the gentle chemical exfoliators are so much better to use on your skin. But is this the worst of the scrubs? Maybe not. Maybe not. As far as the little brush that she used, I mean, one side of it, it looks like it's just silicone that she was using, and that tends to not be too worrisome because it's not a sponge where it can gather all this bacteria and stuff. But on the other end, it does look like it's a sponge. So that would be the only thing I would say to worry about, is that you want to make sure that you're replacing it pretty often. I mean, just for our own dishes, the sponge that we use to clean our dishes, we're supposed to be replacing that like once a week, I heard. And that's because the bacteria can just grow and grow and grow on it. And then that gets to your face and then can cause lots of different issues, including acne. So that's something you want to be on the lookout for. Overall though, she was not rough with her face, and that is what we are looking for. How rough are you being with your face, or how gentle are you being with your face? That really is key when you're using any of your products.
Then I'm going to use the Neutrogena Rapid Clear Daily Leave-On Mask. And I don't put it all over my face, I just put it in a couple spots. Just any spot that needs a little extra love, you know what I mean? Okay, now the next thing I'm gonna use.
Okay, so now this is changing a little bit for me, because at first I didn't even notice that she had any active acne until she pulled this product out. And now it's making me backtrack a little bit on that scrub. Again, I don't know how scrubby that product was and if the shards are really sharp or whatever it is, right? Because I've never used it. But now that I say that she's got some active acne, something I want to point out to you guys is that if you use any kind of physical exfoliant like that where it can irritate your skin, you want to be really careful if you've got active acne, because it can really irritate that acne, and you especially want to be gentle with that. But she's also using this product that has benzoyl peroxide, right? Benzoyl peroxide is a really strong ingredient. It's great if you do have acne. But the last product she used also had willow bark in it, which is basically salicylic acid, or BHA. The two ingredients together in one routine can be very irritating to the skin, and they work in slightly different ways also. If the product had been formulated with both ingredients in it, then I'd say like that's different. The manufacturer created it and they worked with the formulation to make sure that they can work together. But in this case, she's just using two separate products. Now that I see her using this product, I would actually kick the Burts Bees out of her routine completely, or if she really wants to hold on to it, I would move it to a day that she's not gonna use this product. I mean, I guess I gotta see if she's gonna rinse this off or what she's gonna do with it, but the Neutrogena product, I would just use that as my cleanser. So I would use that as a treatment instead on its own days, and then maybe use the Burts Bees if she doesn't want to get rid of it on other days. So kind of like switch off days that she's using them. The other thing to keep in mind is that those are two really strong active ingredients, and using them every day or every other day could also be too much for your skin and could lead to irritations. But they're really strong. Both of them are really strong products, and you want to be really careful and go slowly when you start using products like that.
I use this, I saw this at Urban Outfitters. It's an anti-stress serum for nighttime. And it's pretty and it smells good. And it makes my skin feel really, really soft when I wake up. I just feel a little hair. A little hair. Okay, so anybody who knows me knows.
All right, so I cannot find this product and look at the ingredients. I don't even know what it means to be an anti-stress product. Like, does it have a ton of essential oils in it that are gonna make you feel calm, which in turn wouldn't be good for somebody who just put on salicylic acid and then benzoyl peroxide on their face after a scrub? That would be really irritating for the skin. But I just went and looked at the website of that brand. I clicked on just like another one of their serums, the Purple Rain Facial Oil. You know, it doesn't look like the worst product, actually. It looks like it has some beneficial ingredients in it. I think the name of it, if anything, made me feel like it was gonna be a way worse product. I can't tell you what was in it though, so I don't really know what's going on, but I can go off of this oil and tell you that it has some emollients in it and hydrating ingredients. This one even has, you know, like retinol palmitate that works more like as an antioxidant. There's glycerin, there's glycolic acid. There could be some benefits to the serum that she was using. It looked like it was gonna be an oil to me, which sometimes they call oils serums for different brands, but we will never know because I can't find it. I can't find the ingredients. I don't really know what this product does. It's not very clear on the packaging on what you're supposed to achieve with it. But if she says that she wakes up feeling like her skin is a little bit more glowy or soft or whatever it is, that means that it's probably moisturizing her skin. If you've tried the product though, let us know in the comments what you think and what it's supposed to do. I'm so curious now.
I love my crystals. So obviously, after a long day, this is not an everyday thing because it's time consuming. I love to use my rose quartz. It's just my self-love at like the end of really any given day. It's just really nice and makes me be nice to myself. I'll spare you guys. Okay guys, so the next thing I'm gonna
I actually wanted to watch her roll her face and see what she's doing. Again, you know, I don't know what was in that last product that she used. I like to have a lot of slip if I'm gonna use any kind of tool on my face, like a jade roller, just because I don't like any tugging. Again, she's young, she's got that bounce and elasticity in her skin. This is the stuff that I talk about that will catch up to you later in life. When you lose all that elasticity, you're like, why was I ever so rough with my skin? You just wanna make sure that you're careful, even with something that seems super harmless, like a jade roller. You just wanna be gentle with it and make sure that you're not tugging at your skin. Always, always, always be very gentle.
Use is a St. Ives face spray. This one's lavender. It's really relaxing right before bed. Makes me feel better. Like a setting spray. I have dreams of
See, like a setting spray. That's what people think when they use a spray toner at the end of their skincare routine, that it's like a setting spray, but your skincare is not makeup. It works in a completely different way. The function is different. I guess I just don't keep up with St. Ives whatsoever, and I had no idea that they even had some kind of a spray toner like this. I would 100% skip this. It's not even aromatherapy, it's just perfume, right? That's the fragrance that they put in it. There are hydrating ingredients in this product, so it does hydrate. So if you did use it before, maybe like, I'm assuming that serum that she put on is more of like an oil, so it's probably moisturizing. This is not going to penetrate any kind of an oil product. So if anything, you're using it then for the aromatherapy benefits. This is just like a perfume though. So she essentially just sprayed like a hydrating perfume on her face. Again, it doesn't seem like it's irritating her skin. It's probably fine. I'd prefer that somebody maybe spray this more like in the air and just enjoy the scent.
Being a YouTuber, can you guys tell? Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna use, I just put on chapstick.
Should we invite Madison to be on Mixed Makeup? Madison, if you want to do a couple videos on Mixed Makeup, let me know. Let me know. We'll work on that skincare routine.
Before bed because I don't want to wake up with my lips all dry and crusty. And this one's chamomile. I like all peaceful smells before bed, so I try to have everything smell nice and calm. And then, okay, the very
lip balm, EOS, it's fine.
Very last step that I have to do before bed. I can't go to sleep without it. I really cannot go to sleep without putting on deodorant. It makes me feel better. I feel like I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna smell nice. Even though I'm gonna get in the shower, I'm gonna work out before I shower and then you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have to, I don't know. Maybe it's just a force of habit, not sure. All of these steps are really just because they make me feel better, you know? Like I said, my skin, I could really use whatever products on my skin and I don't know. And it just makes me feel happy things. I like getting facials. That's usually my jam. That is it. That's my nighttime skincare routine. So thank you guys so much for watching.
All right, that was actually pretty straightforward. As far as putting on antiperspirant before bed, totally fine. I've actually heard that you get better benefits from it by doing that before bed because it's stopping the sweat and everything, and maybe it makes you less sweaty then during the day. I don't know. I've heard this. I have no real proof that it helps overnight, but I have heard that you get better benefit from your antiperspirant by using it overnight. As far as what she was saying, I love that she threw in right at the very end that she loves to get facials. So now we know she gets facials, which is probably a huge part of what she's doing for her skin. So for all those people that are like sitting around being like, I do everything perfect as far as my skincare routine goes, and I'm still breaking out, or I'm still having irritation, or I'm still having all of these different issues. She just said right at the very end, she also gets facials. That could be key. I mean, we don't even know if she's getting, like, is she getting a facial every week? Is she getting a facial every month? That always makes such a big difference. And that's why I love when people tell us what types of treatments that they're getting, because it really gives us a lot of perspective. Because maybe if she's getting facials regularly, then her esthetician is maybe clearing out her pores for her and helping with all of like the pimples. And then for the next few days, she just looks really good. And then whatever it is that she does to her skin, you know, before it gets really bad, she goes back in to see her esthetician. So this is a really important point. When you are watching these videos, even though they're showing you their skincare products, that doesn't mean that we always have the bigger picture of what they're doing in general. All right, so I'm gonna give her a skincare routine. We're gonna first get rid of the makeup wipes, Madison. You are an adult now, so it's time to have an adult skincare routine. We're gonna get rid of the makeup wipes, and I would love to see you replace it with an oil-based cleanser. I love balm cleansers, I love oil cleansers. If your skin is resilient, then you can pretty much pick anyone and you'll really see a big difference. I have so many videos talking about oil-based cleansers and how to use them, so I'll leave those in the description box for you to see. I would then get rid of that Burts Bees scrub. We don't need a scrub, and if she does have any kind of active acne, then might as well not chance it. And at the end of the day, this isn't going to be the best product for her. There are just such nicer cleansers out there. I think overall she would benefit from using just like a gentle hydrating gel cleanser, just really to keep her skin clean and get rid of the debris, grime, anything that's left over from the first cleanse. And then once in a while, like once a week, she could go in with that Neutrogena mask because it has benzoyl peroxide, and then just use it kind of the way she was using it. Use it as a treatment, rinse it off, and then go in with her next product. And then the next step in her routine, I actually think she's at a great age to start using a gentle retinol. She says that she likes to keep it kind of simple. I wouldn't want to add in a separate serum retinol and then a moisturizer on top of that. The great thing with your nighttime skincare routine is that you can get a retinol that's in cream form. So then you're knocking out two birds with one stone. She doesn't have to go with anything really strong. It doesn't have to be like a 1% retinol or a tretinoin right now. She is only 21. Her skin cell turnover is great, but she does get a little bit of acne here and there. So why not start using a really gentle retinol to start doing that prevention? You know, it might even help with a little bit with her few acne spots that she gets. I think she'll see some really great benefits and that glowy skin in the morning. So she doesn't really need a separate moisturizer if she's using a gentle retinol cream. She could go in with a moisturizer, and then on the nights that she's actually using that benzoyl peroxide, she should use a moisturizer. She should end her night with a moisturizer. Going back to that anti-stress serum, I'm convinced that was an oil just from looking at the other serums that they had on their website. She said that she only does like the jade roller every once in a while when she wants it to feel special, like she's just feeling like she wants a little bit more self-care. She could always just do a couple drops of the serum / oil on top of her moisturizer if it's an oil. I'm assuming it's an oil. Or just any kind of oil, a marula oil, a squalane oil, anything like that, and then go in with that jade roller and she's set for the night. And of course her lip balm, her deodorant, all of that, totally fine, totally great. So that was Madison Bailey on Harper's Bazaar. I'll leave a link below to the original video. Let me know in the comments if you had any additional notes or anything that you wanted to say about her skincare routine. Madison, I hope that you take some of these notes. You can DM me if you have any questions. I am here to help you out. You can find me on Instagram. I'm at Susan Yara, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.